So you've landed on this video because you want to know which platform is best, Amazon or Shopify, for choosing the right platform to start your brand on in 2025. Now, I feel a lot of people get confused with these two platforms, and it seems like people don't understand which platform is best to start on, or which makes the most money, or which is the best platform for them. So in this video, I kind of want to go through a few talking points to give you my take on which platform that you should start on. And this is from experience as well. It's not just theory stuff. Like, I actively sell on both these platforms. So I'm just going to give you my experience, some case studies, so you can make the right decision for you. So if you're sat here and you've been looking at starting an online brand or business, you've probably come across Shopify and Amazon before. Everybody's bought things off Amazon. And you've obviously probably heard of Shopify, which is a way of making your own website. It's a really good platform. They're both really good marketplaces, but they both have their pros and cons. So I personally believe that the platform you just choose to go with will be dictated by your goals, your budget, and the long-term vision of where you want to take your brand. So I want to help you make an informed decision. And first things first, it wouldn't be right without me showing you a little bit of proof that I actually have sold and do sell on both these platforms every single day. My main focus right now is a new mountain bike eyewear company we started called Apex. And this is our first product, and it is a mountain bike goggle. And they currently sell on Amazon and Shopify in the UK, the USA, and Europe. And so this is basically given me a lot of first-hand insight into the challenges and benefits of both platforms. Like, previous to starting Apex as well, I primarily focused on selling on Amazon, and I did that since 2018, but have now expanded onto Shopify because I think it's a much bigger opportunity. So I've included a couple of screenshots here. And again, our brand is fairly new. We are about to cross about 10K in sales now after a couple of short months, which is amazing for us. And then this is just a screenshot from a previous Amazon business actually it's my current Amazon business that I run with my business partner, Peter, who you will meet later on in this video. And yeah, through trial and error since 2018, I learned how to leverage Amazon's customer base to create quick momentum in pretty much any market. And also through Shopify, understood how to build long-term relationships with customers and a high profit brand on the platform. So now, as I'll show you at the end of this video, we also work with other people who want to create a brand like this. And I'll talk more about that later. So first things first, let's talk about the basics and look at the two platforms from an overview. So everybody's heard of Amazon. And if you're not, are you even human? I'm not sure. It's the world's biggest online marketplace. And it has, for customers, it gives them access to millions of products, allowing sellers like you and me to list products and leverage Amazon's massive traffic to generate sales. Pros of this: instant access to millions of buyers. You don't need to worry about website design or driving traffic. Amazon really does that for you. You can also utilize Amazon's fulfillment service, which means you can outsource shipping and handling, and the customer gets their product delivered in a day or two, or sometimes the same day, which is insane. Cons: so the downside to Amazon is that there are slightly higher fees associated with selling on the platform. You could argue there is more competition because there are thousands of other sellers, but that doesn't mean if you go into a market that is, too competitive and there's a good gap for you to fill, that it won't be as competitive. Big thing here is, one reason for Shopify is that Amazon owns the customer, so you don't. So you can't get their customer's email address. You can't really follow up with the customer or anything like that. And if you do try and do that, you risk having your account suspended. So sometimes it is a bit frustrating. Shopify, if you're new to Shopify, which I'm sure you're probably not if you're watching this video, but it's an e-commerce platform that allows you to create your own online store and sell products directly to customers. I think it's a fantastic platform. The pros of it: you have the full control over your branding, pricing, marketing. You control everything, which I think is the biggest benefit of it. Higher profit margins because Amazon don't have a referral fee, but obviously you can't actually leverage Amazon's trust. which is a massive selling point for Amazon. And another big point is that you own all your customers' data, so the email list for retargeting data, everything. So you've pretty much zero chance of your account being banned or shut down, which is you're in the driver's seat, you're in full control. The downside is that you obviously have to generate your own traffic. So this is organic, ads, SEO, social media. You have to put the legwork in for that. But it's not too hard to do if you know what you're doing with social media nowadays. You could argue it takes longer to generate sales compared to Amazon. Now, this is a bit of a caveat, bit of a tongue-in-cheek, because we started Apex pretty quickly, just because we knew where we were driving traffic from, what we were doing. There was no paid ads or anything involved. Sometimes Amazon, you have to give it a bit of a leg up to get started on Amazon. Sometimes your products can bed into the system faster and you can start seeing sales faster. Over time, it takes a little bit longer. I probably would say that Shopify, as a broad answer, it does require a little bit more upfront investment in marketing, be it your time or money, but it doesn't have to, as I'll show you in this video. So how each model makes you money. So again, real broad overview. Amazon, you find a winning product, you list it on Amazon, you leverage Amazon's already existing traffic. So people are already coming to Amazon's site. You just need to divert some of that traffic to your product. Then you make sales. I've found in the past that this platform works best for private label brands. You can obviously do drop shipping and wholesaling, but I don't really have that much experience in those models. I've primarily just done private labeling on Amazon. Shopify, you would create your brand, build your store. You would then drive traffic to your store through ads, social media, Google SEO, and then you convert visitors into customers through good copywriting, having a good offer, and a well-presented website. This also works great for private label brands and also digital products as well. You can probably use it for all sorts of different things, but again, that's what I've had most experience in. So these are the key differences in the beginning. And again, this is a bit tongue-in-cheek and why I've put an asterisk here against easy to start on Amazon, but long-term risk of high fees and competition. Shopify, harder to start at first, but better for brand building and long-term profits. Now, I wouldn't actually say that Amazon is easier to start versus Shopify. I just think they're completely different platforms. But in the fact that you can literally just list a product and it can start generating sales is easier than Shopify. But in the long-term play of this, Shopify is fantastic for building brand awareness and brand loyalty with customers. You just can't beat it hands down, which is why I believe you almost have to consider selling on both platforms. And I don't know why you wouldn't. So which is best for beginners? So you could argue that Amazon is better if you want fast sales and low effort, because if you put your product in the right place and you do all the SEO correctly, you don't necessarily have to drive traffic to it because Amazon does it for you and people find your product. They do have Amazon ads built into the platform, so you can use that to drive further traffic and understand what customers are searching for in relation to your product. But there are higher fees and restrictions associated with selling on Amazon, which is the referral fee and also their fulfillment fee, and the fact you don't own customer data, which is, I don't like that at all. I like being in full control over my customers' data and the fact that I have access to higher profits. So in that respect, you could argue that Shopify is better because you take 100% of the revenue minus Shopify's small fees and whatever fulfillment fees that you have if you're a physical products business. But you put yourself in a position with Shopify to build a long-term asset. Now in Amazon, you can build a storefront. You can make it look like you have a store and everything, which is great. But you're still renting space on Amazon's website, Whereas Shopify, you own this and you are building a long-term asset. So I would utilize both as a strategy. Okay, they both have unique differentiators, but they can both be used to grow a brand. Now, Amazon is great because some people just naturally gravitate towards Amazon. So if you have a website on Shopify or a presence on the internet and people are starting to find you, they may not have instant trust with you on your website. They just won't. It just takes longer to build that trust and relationship. Whereas if somebody buys something off Amazon, I almost think if someone buys something off Amazon, they actually believe they're buying it off Amazon, like from Amazon. When in actual fact, most people on the platform are third-party sellers like you and me. So it's not actually Amazon selling the product, but you're on Amazon. So people believe that, it's perceived like that. And because of that, they think, well, it's off Amazon. I get fast delivery. If I don't like it, I can return it at no hassle. So that's a massive plus for people buying on Amazon. It's just the trust and transparency. And you can obviously build that on Shopify, but it's instantly built in on Amazon that you can jump on straight away and just jump on the bandwagon with. So in that respect, it's really good for selling on the platform for things like that. Shopify, like I said, is fantastic for building long-term trust and brand awareness. You almost need both. You need to have a presence on both, because if you're not, you're missing out on a lot of profit. Because somebody might land on your website and think, well, shall I go and see if it's on Amazon? And if it's not on Amazon, then they won't buy, and they'll buy a competitor's products, and you've just lost the sale. So it's best having a presence on Shopify and building your website, as well as having a presence on Amazon, I believe. And that's what we did with Apex and some other brands that we've launched in the past with me and Peter. So those are my steps, and I hope it's kind of cleared up what I think of Shopify and Amazon. Now, if you want to learn more about building brands on either of these platforms, maybe you have an idea to build a brand, or you already have kind of launched and you just want some guidance to scale this up and build a brand like we have done with Apex and some other brands too, and with our other students. If you go to productlaunchninja.com, and there'll be a link below this video too, you'll land on this page here, which is a little short explainer video how we've been working with clients, me and Peter. And again, it's walking you through the blueprints to launch and scale a profitable, it does say Amazon business, but it's actually a brand on both Shopify and Amazon. And you'll see all sorts of, well, a bit about us, case studies, and some testimonials on here as well. And then there's also a link on there to book a call if you want to chat with me and Peter about moving forward with any of this, see how we can help you. I hope this is useful, guys. And drop any comments below and I'll get back to you. And YouTube will recommend some videos up here next. So go check those out, and I will see you in the next one.